Welcome back to Southern Nevada Sports News. It's time to talk some baseball now. We've got a full panel in front of us. Las Vegas 51's Media Relations Manager, Gemma, has been kind enough to join us in the studio. Welcome, Jim.
Jake, thanks for having me on.
Not a problem. And also we have the owner of the Vegas Lions football team, Bill Miller, and baseball enthusiast, I should say, as well.
That's right.
Bill, welcome, Bill.
Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So, obviously it's a massive time of year with the World Series just decided, and actually made it even more appropriate to be talking to a 51's person right now. Obviously they're the farm team for the New York Mets, who came up short on the weekend. So Jim, what were your thoughts on the series? And obviously a little bit disappointed in the end, but wrapped with how the 51's guys went.
Yeah, I mean, I think the better team won, to put it simply. Kansas City is their second straight year. They had a lot of experience. So many come from behind victories, but as far as the Mets, we all thought here in Las Vegas with all this great talent up and down the farm system, maybe in a year or two they'd have a shot at getting to that point, and it happened a little quicker than a lot of people thought. But obviously, all in all, it was a great year for the Mets, and the future is really bright for them.
Oh, I absolutely agree. And you're speaking about the talent coming from the farm system. A lot of the people from Las Vegas don't realize that they have future, Major League Baseball players playing right downtown Las Vegas. And, on top of that, 2 starters in the World Series?
Yeah, actually 3. Jacob deGrom was here in a little bit of 2013 and 2014. He was the National League Rookie of the Year. So actually deGrom, Noah Syndergaard, and Steven Matz. Steven Matz was here all the way till the end of June. So the fact that he pitched like 4 months later, when they beat the Cubs to get into the World Series. Actually, Steven Matz's upside's probably better than all of the starting rotation with Harvey, Syndergaard, and Jacob deGrom. So it's kind of scary in a way, but obviously the Mets have to do some things with their offense in the offseason, because they're probably going to lose Cespedes and Daniel Murphy.
Oh, wow, Daniel Murphy, too? I knew they would probably lose Cespedes because he was a free agent only, but... Yeah,
Daniel Murphy's a free agent. I know they're going to offer him a deal, but, for the postseason he had, I mean, if he doesn't come back, Dilson Herrera, who played here for the 51's almost all of last year, he'll be all of 22 years old next year, but his upside's really good. And, again, Las Vegas here in 2016 will probably have another very good team, because there's some more younger players on their way up the chain.
Now, we're having a quick chat out the front. I thought there was about 5 or 6 guys that were representing the Mets in the World Series from the 51's. You said there was about 11 throughout the season, though?
Well, actually, on the World Series roster, there was 11 of the 25 players played here in Las Vegas.
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable. And
take a pat on the back for that, all right?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the farm system. The Mets players wear 51's uniforms. They're employees of the Mets, and it has to go out to the Mets front office. And with the NLDS and the NLCS, there's actually 14 players, counting Ruben Tejada played here a little bit also, and Matt Reynolds was called up when Ruben Tejada was hurt.
Well, that's a great testament to the organization, and the fact that they have a previous major league coach actually probably helps that situation.
Wally Backman's great. In the 33 years we've had the team here, obviously we had the Padres, the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, and now the Mets. Wally's a great manager. He's basically a major league manager managing in AAA. So hopefully things will go, one of these days Wally will get a major league job, or even as a coach on the major league staff. So if it's not with the Mets, obviously there's 29 other teams that are looking at him also.
Yeah, and speaking of that, didn't Terry Collins just re-signed a new contract also?
Yeah, very happy for Terry. When we were the affiliate of the Dodgers, he was the player development director, and we all know Terry here, and I'm very happy for him. He deserves a 2-year extension.
Yep. Now, I know Bill's just chomping at the bit there on the phone, so
Right.
Bill, fire away. I know you've got a couple of rippers here ready to go for Jim.
No, I just wanted to also, remind folks, all you have to do is look at the Dodgers organization over the last few years, and some of the players that came from the 51's when they were the Dodger affiliate that are now, scattered around the majors, from Kemp to Russell Martin, Kershaw. I mean, you can just go on and on.
Ethier, yep.
Yeah, and I mean, and I've always enjoyed watching 51's baseball, because every seat's a great seat. It's fun. I love baseball. I'm a huge baseball fan. I mean, certainly the two guys next to you, Jim, they know that my American League club has always been the Kansas City Royals. We've got a ton of family in Kansas City. And I still say it was when I went back for our family reunion 2 years ago that's when they turned things around. Now, people don't believe me, I know that, but the trade deadline had just come and gone, and the analysts in Kansas City were ripping the Royals organization. Ned Yost needs to go. These guys have given up on the season. Blah, 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 blah. And they just began playing great ball. They had those huge runs. And before you knew it, they were knocking off the A's, sweeping the Angels, sweeping, I think it was the O's, and then taking the Giants to 7 games.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Giants. I thought we weren't going to mention the Giants.
I mentioned that because I had to throw them in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, I wanted to ask you, Jim, there's been a lot of talk from the play that tied it up at the bottom of the ninth to make it 2-2. Everyone knows which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The player in question, though, Jeff, his name escapes me at the minute, but
Hosmer,
yeah. What were your thoughts on that, Jim?
Well, it was just a great heads-up play. The infield was in. You kind of look at that play. Flores, the shortstop, who actually also played here at the 51s, who hasn't, I guess. Yeah. Flores and Wright were kind of each next to each other, and he kind of juked them back. I thought Wright did the right thing. When he threw over, you got to give Hosmer a lot of credit. When you're up 3-1, you can try stuff like that. Obviously Lucas Duda wish he had a better throw to Travis d'Arnaud, but with that being said, even when they tied the game, the Mets still had their chances to win in extra innings. But it was a really heads-up play. But that's kind of what the Royals did all postseason.
Yeah. Well, Jake and I watched game one, and when the gentleman hit the home run to tie the game, it was almost like a saving Hosmer in that game because of the error that he made on first base. Yeah. And what were your feelings on that when that happened, especially that error, because that gave out the Mets an opportunity?
Well, of course, the Mets were only 2 outs away, and Familia's been a great closer, but again, Alex Gordon is a guy who came through the farm system. The Royals really did things the right way. They had a lot of their homegrown players, but you have to give them credit because Familia was an excellent closer. And again, the game went 14 innings, I believe, so the Mets still had their chances to score. And it was just the Royals' year. I mean, it was 2 years in a row, and I think that experience playing the year before, it really helps.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, they're just never out of the game, are they? They're always just fighting and always seem to find a way back in.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Houston game right there. They were like, I think 5 outs away from being eliminated and down 6-2. So they did it against Houston, they did it against Toronto, and obviously they did it against the Mets. So I really think the Royals are just the better team, and they really deserve to win the World Series.
So moving forward to the 51 season this year, I mean, when should we start listening and getting ready to fire up the season?
Well, our season and home opener will be all the way next year, but it's Thursday, April 7th against Fresno. They're the AAA affiliate of the Houston Astros, so our 144-game season will start then. Obviously, our ticket plans are on sale now. You can check our website at lv51.com. We have a lot of our schedule's out. It's on our website. You can check out some of our promotions are done. We're still working on the rest of them. And then Don Logan, our president COO, is working on Big League Weekend for 2016. We're hoping the Chicago Cubs will make their 12th straight appearance, hopefully late March or early April. So obviously with Chris Bryant, the great local product, played in Big League Weekend last year, hit 2 home runs in 1 game. You couldn't have scripted that any better. So we're working on that. Hopefully we'll have an announcement on that in the next few weeks.
Do you guys actually do events in the off seasons or?
Well, obviously the off season it's a grueling season, but right now it's kind of between now and the first of the year. Obviously around the holidays, it's kind of a time to kind of recharge. And come January 1st, the baseball winter meetings are next month in Nashville, and our president and GM will go to that, and then we'll just take it from there.
Awesome.
Just running out of time there, Jim, but thanks very much for joining us. We look forward to having you on closer to the season as well, and good luck in the off-season, I suppose.
Hey, Bill, you have anything
Thank
for
you.
Jim?
Absolutely, Jim. Congratulations again on a great season for the Mets organization overall. And you mentioned it, you guys are way ahead of schedule right now.
Bill, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right, thank you.
So it's lv51s.com, guys. Get on there. We'll be back after this short commercial break.